2021, 3 years ago, the winning problem Squid Game started out a date with a hefty budget ready to shock you with a game of death, and since then it has inspired a host of moves, some bad and some good. But this one called Kung Fu Games, which is clearly inspired by the show, you just see a cheap version of it, where they haven't made any effort into it. The movie is much worse made than Squid Game as a concept, and that these characters actually are made out of notorious fighters actually makes the concept weaker. Wouldn't it have been better if all these people were more exposed and then were made out to be real fighters? By and large, you may say that this movie can be compared to many other trap kind of thing movies like The Mill, Circle, Cube, and the Spanish movie called Death to Relief. For example, you have a whole lot of these very similar movies, some bad and some good, and Kung Fu Games is definitely on the bad side. In this movie, never bring in enough tension or good enough intense fight scenes, where of course too many movies these days never prioritize that, and let the main characters just get away, mostly without breaking any sweats. Not to say again that these characters are severely bad written, which then actually compared to Cube and Circle, which are actually decent movies, then this movie feels just like a cheap way to create Squid Game. Of course, these characters later die after getting a bit more obsession after a few rounds, but they don't turn on each other too quickly and fail to create very heated tension. You have times, for instance, seeing Cube, Circle, and Squid Game. One thing that also does not work with this movie is how you see the guy standing behind all this through an invite from a friend. In these scenes, they talk about her kung fu past and his slick eye and his self kind of guy decides to turn it into a real game of death involved with kung fu. You see them in the control room, and then the slick military guy tries to convince his friend to work his control room, and he also knows all the time that he will not take the offer. So then, in turn, the movie is also highly predictable. Although it seems like he is seriously considering the offer wholehearted, but he changes his mind after seeing someone die in a game. By and large, I'm not surprised that it took a sour turn based on rings, but it was the alluring concept that lured me in, but it sadly failed on too many parameters, and it's for me a 5 out of 10.